November 2021, the CBN Governor, Godwin Emefiele, formally launched the bank's $500 million tertiary institution entrepreneurship scheme to boost entrepreneurship in higher institutions. Emefiele, who also inaugurated the body of experts chaired by the Group Managing Director and Chief Executive, Sterling Bank PLC, Abubakar Suleiman, among other professionals, to rank entrepreneur presentation made by tertiary institutions under the developmental component of the scheme. He also said members of the body were professionals of impeccable standing, drawn from the academia, professional bodies, and industry, which will recommend projects with high potential and transformational impact for grants award. At the second stage pitch competition by 30 top regional shortlist.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as part of measures to promote entrepreneurship development among the graduate and undergraduate youth of the Nigerian polytechnics and universities, the CBN introduced the Tertiary Institutions Entrepreneurship Scheme in October 2021 with the release of the implementation guidelines and the opening of the portal for submission of applications. The scheme is aimed at providing an innovative financing model that will support the development of innovative entrepreneurial ideas among graduates and undergraduates of tertiary institutions in Nigeria. Today's official launch of the Tertiary Institutions Entrepreneurship Scheme and subsequent inauguration of the body of experts for the scheme's developmental component is a testimony of the important roles our youth play in building new blocks for economic growth, particularly as our national growth is highly dependent on a strong and competitive business. Bridging their financing gaps and enhancing access to low-cost credit to drive development of business is a task that can only be addressed by an innovative financing model that correlates with the complexity and dynamics of these small businesses. Let me state that this scheme was designed to address three verticals of the segment, and these are: one, the term loan component, which provides direct credit opportunities to graduates of Nigerian polytechnics and universities of no more than 7 years post-graduation. An applicant, if successful, shall be eligible for a maximum of 5 million naira for an individual, sole proprietorship or small company, and a maximum of 25 million naira for a partnership or a company. The tenure for the facility is a maximum of 5 years with a 1-year moratorium and at an interest rate of 5% per annum, which are revert to 9% by March 2022. The pilot phase of the scheme is presently being implemented through Bank of Industry with the development of an application portal and processing of submitted applications. 2, Equity Investment Program. This component is designed to support startups, existing businesses requiring expansion, and ailing businesses seeking resuscitation. The component shall be implemented under the bank's AXMIS equity window. Thus, the investment limit shall be subject to the limit prescribed by our AXMIS guidelines and the investment period no more than 10 years. 3, development grant component. This is aimed at raising awareness and visibility of entrepreneurship among undergraduates of Nigerian tertiary institutions. Here, polytechnics and universities in Nigeria shall compete in a national biennial entrepreneurship competition where undergraduates are presented by the tertiary institutions to pitch innovative entrepreneurial or technological ideas with transformational potential. 3 top institutions at the regional levels shall proceed to the national level, where the top 5 shall be awarded grants ranging between 120 million and 250 million naira. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is instructive to note that grant awards shall be used by the tertiary institutions solely for the development of the award-winning ideas. At this point, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the body of experts comprising professionals of impeccable standing drawn from the academia, professional bodies, and industry. The body has been constituted to evaluate and rank entrepreneurial presentations made by tertiary institutions under the developmental grant component. More importantly, the body of experts shall recommend projects with high potential and transformational impact for grant awards.
For the Maiden Ties Grant Award for University and Polytechnic in Abuja, the chairman of the body of experts, Abubakar Suleiman, revealed that one of the objectives of the program was to ensure that young undergraduates become employers of labor rather than being unemployed when they leave school. He said the body has identified 30 different institutions from the 6 geopolitical zones in the country, and the proposals, having that translated institutions now have an opportunity to stand before the body of experts and showcase what they have put forward. He further noted that bridging the gap between academia and the workplace remain critical, having that the more federal government focus beyond ties itself, the more public sector partners will find opportunities to collaborate with universities, go through R&D processes, and hopefully deliver things that are for the benefit of the country. He said the evaluation was based on the set of criteria through the engagements that showcase entrepreneurial and technological ideas and innovation from Nigerian universities and polytechnics. He noted that the 5 top projects would be recommended for the final grant award at the end of the evaluation.
Now for the central bank with a clear objective, which is how do we turn our young undergraduates from coming out of school and seeking employment to coming out of school and becoming employers themselves. And one of the things that we realized was that a lot of the work towards turning people into entrepreneurs was not happening in the universities. And many of them would have to come out of university to start learning that process. What the central bank is pushing for here is a process where, while in the universities, the collaborative effort between the faculties, the institution themselves, and the students will lead to outcomes that will lead to companies emerging from these institutions that will then become employers of labor. There were certain focus areas, specifically areas that could lead to high employability, from agribusiness to tech to entertainment or the creative industry. We're here today because the body of experts that was inaugurated has gone through an extensive process of reviewing 145 applications from universities from all across the country. And the outcome of that is that we have identified 30 different things between the academia and what I would call the workplace. Is something that is critical. The more we do this, beyond ties itself, the more public sector partners would find opportunities to collaborate with universities, go through R&D processes, and hopefully deliver things that are for the benefit of the country.
One of the participating institutions from the North Central Zone, the Federal University of Technology, Minna, Niger State, made presentation to the Board of Experts on Shea Business Hub for Wealth Creation. The team sought to maximize the opportunities in the shea value chain, which has the potential to generate thousands of direct jobs.
So we've just presented the Shea Business Hub for Wealth Creation. Shea Business Hub for Wealth Creation, and we're asking for this grant so that we may be able to set up a shea business hub. Interestingly, Niger State owns 57% of the shea products in Nigeria. And presently in the world, the largest concentration of shea trees are in Niger State. But surprisingly, we have quite a lot, but we still live in poverty. Because a lot of these shea nuts are not picked, they are wasted, and the others that are picked are smuggled. And the women in the rural areas that are still picking these nuts are still impoverished. So we're pitching the shea business hub that will be all-encompassing. Production of shea products, the production of shea products in an innovative way, marketing and creating an e-commerce. Also, we are looking at the certification of shea products. Presently in the university, we have a shea research center. We also have researchers years that have won a lot of grants on share research. So we are adopting what we call the Acadopreneurship. It's our model in Federal University of Technology Entrepreneurship Center. Acadopreneurship means turning business ideas and ventures into business. We are ready to turn our research findings, we are ready to turn our outputs into viable business.
It's a very lucrative business, and this project is not just focused on the production of products from the shea butter or from the shea. It cuts across all of the processes involved in the shea value chain, which ranges from the production, locally fabrication of equipment needed in the shea value chain, and also the production of a minimum viable products by the entrepreneurs, and also the creation of markets for these products to be produced from the hub. This project has an estimate of 2.5 billion naira minimum capital valuation in the
after 2 years.
after 2 years, creating a total of 2,500 direct jobs, not counting the indirect jobs involved in the value chain.
As we speak, though the Standard Organization of Nigeria is working on certifying the shea business in Nigeria, the shea butter itself, but Nigeria does not have the certification fully yet, and this shea business hub will be working towards giving us that international certification. So smuggling, what we mean by smuggling is that they pick our shea products and take them to neighboring countries like Ghana, put their certification, and send it overseas for dollars. So we're looking at getting this certification so that we can formally be launched into the share market. It's a big market. It's a big world market. But with presently we have a share research center, and we also have a grant from the World Bank, and that grant is centered on food safety, mycotoxin and food safety world grant. So we are working at getting all those certifications. So when we get this grant, we'll be able to provide the necessary laboratories and what is required so that we'll have the USDA certification as well as the EU certification, organic certification for our organic product to be well certified, and we can take them to international markets and also be able to get foreign exchange.
Also, the Federal Polytechnic of Kwara State also presented on brick charcoal cooling chamber, which is a new electricity-free approach for storage devices using ancient principles with local materials to reduce post-harvest farm losses. The project seeks to cut post-harvest wastages by over 50%.
The project is about a brick charcoal cooling chamber. This brick charcoal cooling chamber is one that is possible to reduce post-harvest losses experienced by farmers up to 80%. And that is the reason for this project. We want to reduce the suffering of the farmer. We want to also impact the SDG Goal 12 and 2. Goal 12 is consumption and production that is sustainable. And Goal 2 is zero hunger. That is our goal. We hope this project will go viral, in fact, around the world, if possible. But presently, we hope to start with the North Central and the other part of the North at this time.
Presently, the storage facilities that is popular is the refrigerators. And we all know about the epileptic power supply problem that we experience. And for farmers, especially all those off-grid farmers, they don't even have access to the refrigerators at all. So the brick charcoal cooling chamber project that we are proposing is going to consist of building an electricity-free cooling chamber that is an on-site project. We can put this at the location, at the farm site, irrespective of the location of the farms. And what we're going to be doing is to use bricks and charcoal to create a cooling environment for as low as 7 degrees Fahrenheit, so that when you have the inner part of the chamber will be free, water free. The only thing you have there is the cooling effect. You put your fruits, your vegetables inside a container and have it in there, just like it works on the principle of refrigerating. It's just that we are not using electricity. We work based on the temperature. So This kind of project, for example, will be the degree of coldness will be higher when you talk about deep inside the north compared to Lagos and areas like that. So we want to reduce post-harvest losses. All those fruits and vegetables that do not get to consumers, we want it to be reduced by 80%. Currently, we have similar projects in Mali, Nairobi, and even in India, still using the same principle. And they have been able to achieve a reduction for up to 50% in their post-harvest losses. The Nigerian Stored Products Institute in 2021 confirmed that Nigeria loses over 50% of harvest. So we have the farmers lose more than half of what they produce. It doesn't get to the end users. That is the problem we're trying to solve.
Emefiele had earlier said that TICE was conceived as part of measures to promote entrepreneurship development among the graduate and undergraduate youth of Nigerian polytechnics and universities. According to him, the scheme is aimed at providing an innovative financing model that will support the development of innovative entrepreneurial ideas among graduates and undergraduates of the tertiary institutions in the country. The CBN governor also explained that the developmental grant component was aimed at raising awareness and visibility of entrepreneurship among undergraduates of the Nigerian institutions. He explained that under this category, polytechnic and universities in the country shall compete in a national biennial entrepreneurship competition where undergraduates are presented by the tertiary institutions to pitch innovative entrepreneurial or technological ideas with transformational potentials. According to him, top 3 institutions at the regional levels shall proceed to the national level, where the top 5 will be awarded grants ranging between 120 million and 250 million naira. He also insisted that the grant award shall be used by tertiary institutions solely of their award-willing ideas. Emmanuel, how do reporting for Moneyline with Nancy.